before we start with questioning, Happy Women's Day. When did your love for architecture start, this love for drawing and being technical?
Look, architecture for me was a choice that I came to because, as I said, it encompasses both art and science, and I was looking for something that would be able to explore all of those aptitudes that I had at high school. But the love for architecture actually developed. It was a slow courtship during university, and it was in 1994 when I was doing my my year out in the field that I knew that this was the field that I was going to be in, because the important thing for me is to be able to, in my work, make a tangible difference in people's lives. And the exposure in the field actually brought that home in working with in projects and communities where you could see the tangible difference that architecture makes in people's lives. And that is really what did it for me.
Take me back, 1996, that kind of journey to this point. What is it, of course not forgetting that it is Women's Day today and we are focusing on the strength of women, but your own personal journey? Okay,
I graduated in 96 and worked for various companies, and really the idea was to try and get as much exposure to all different kinds of architecture, because it really is a broad profession. And moved from commercial work to smaller scale projects, but my real attraction was more for public sector kind of work, and did some residential as well, and moved eventually into establishing and running my own practice, because when you're young and you want to conquer the world and you want to take destiny into your own hands, so really that's the direction I took. And it's as a woman with a strong belief in myself, and thanking those that have supported me along the way, because the study of architecture is, or being involved in the construction industry, because it is part of that, it is quite a tough environment to be in.
It's a very male-dominated environment, isn't it?
Yes, it's male-dominated, but thankfully within architecture per se, it's maybe not as male-dominated as one would find engineering.
So you didn't have the stereotypical kind of problems that women kind of face?
No, you do face those problems, and it's usually perceptual problems.
Okay.
Where people have a specific perception about what a woman is doing within that environment, and what place they hold within that environment. For instance, you get onto a construction site, and there are instances where one would be mistaken for being on site as somebody's assistant, whereas one is there as the lead architect of the project. But depending on how you project yourself, and through interaction and mutual respect that is shown on site. It's not a matter of coming onto a project and asserting domination. I think as a human being, when we interact with each other with respect and with bringing your skills to the table, eventually it becomes a matter of being assessed on merit rather than on preconceived stereotypes.
Zola, we've run out of time, but thank you very much for joining us and kind of just opening up this topic, we are talking to a lot more professionals in this space with a keen focus on women's issues today. That, of course, is Zola Kgaka, who is a senior architect at the Transnet Capital Projects, speaking to us about her career as we continue to pay tribute and profile women in the creative sector. Of course, you can share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. It's Morning Live at sabc.co.za.